Okay, hi class. I just want to take a second to introduce myself. I'm going to be your professor this semester. My name is Amy Bohr, and I wanted to go over Blackboard with you for just a few minutes and let you know what to expect this semester. I'm making this recording, and I'm using this recording for both my small business accounting class and my principles of accounting classes. Most of the information is very, very similar. So your Blackboard course might not look exactly like this, but all of my courses are set up very similar. So it should be pertinent to all of my classes. I don't know why I keep getting that error message. So here's Blackboard. Hopefully you guys have taken an online class before. And if you haven't, don't stress about it. I'm very easy to get in contact with. You can email me. That would be great. When you are using your class this semester, we are going to be using Blackboard extensively and also Connect, which is the McGraw-Hill textbook publisher's website where you're going to do your homework, possibly some quizzes, and maybe even some tests during the semester. So that is not an option. You have to purchase the Connect website. Connect access code, I should say, sorry. And with that Connect access code, you will have access to an ebook and all of the homework and extra credit and things like that. So if at any point during the semester you run into a technical glitch with McGraw-Hill Connect, I have loaded the technical support hotline up here in the announcements in all of my classes that use Connect. So please contact them at this 1-800 number if you have issues with Connect, for whatever reason it's down or it's not submitting properly, whatever your reasons are. Just contact them. If you want to just shoot me an email and just let me know that you're having difficulties, that's great, but I can't fix anything on their website, so if you could contact them, that'd be great. I also wanted to let you know that I am, not just me, but all of the full-time accounting faculty at the Virginia Beach campus are offering what's called a lunch and learn study session from 12:30 to 1:30, 1:20ish, 1:30ish. We have a class that's coming in right at 1:30, so we may have to get out there like 1:20ish. But from on Mondays through Thursdays, I should say, we're offering the Lunch and Learn session, and you can come in if you have any questions on any of the principles of accounting stuff or small business accounting, and any of us will be happy to help you. Myself and Miss Porter will be in the Lunch and Learn sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays, and Miss Bird and Miss Lepore will be on the Lunch and Learn sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those will be, like, again, from 12:30 to 1:30ish, and it's in room H214 in the Advanced Technology Center building in the Virginia Beach campus. So if you can swing by there, if you're having issues, that would be great. If not, you can come in during my office hours. I have office hours posted on my syllabus, so you can come in during that time. I'd be happy to help you. Or you can email me. If you email me, please don't put in there, I'm having a problem with homework number 1 for chapter 1. That doesn't really tell me anything. You have to tell me what you've done so I can tell you where you're going wrong. In other words, I've added this and this together. This is the answer I get, and Connect keeps telling me it's wrong. That I can do something with. I can say, well, you shouldn't have added this number and this number, or it should have been this. So just know that that's available, that Lunch and Learn stuff. Very helpful. I hope a lot of people will take advantage of it. It's going to be online classes and face-to-face classes. Anybody that's having any accounting issues can come in and see any of us from that 12:30 to 1:30. So hopefully, even if you work, you can take a lunch break or whatever if you're having some real big issues. And also, there is tutoring offered at the Virginia Beach campus as well. So just go on the main TCC website. Sorry guys, I don't know why that keeps coming up. Go to the main TCC website and type in tutoring center, and you'll find the hours that are available for the counting. And so I just want to quickly go through the Blackboard course. Again, hopefully you've taken an online course before, so you know what to expect. If you click on the Start Here tab, you'll see just a little bio about myself, the course summary and structure. For small business accounting, there is no technical skills required. You can sign up for this class, but Accounting 211, you have to have taken the math placement test and placed in at least Math 121 or higher. And for Accounting 212, you have to have taken Accounting 211 and passed that with a D or better. So those are the prerequisites. Everybody's book is going to look a little bit different. This is the one for small business accounting. but the one for Principles 1 and 2 looks a little bit different. I have pictures in your courses as well. The first steps are listed here. You guys can read through those. Just be aware that if you are not participating in class before the drop date, you will be administratively withdrawn from the course. Online students have to be going into Blackboard and actually accomplishing the assignments. That's the only way we can take attendance in an online class. So if you're not present and you're not doing the work, then you will be withdrawn from the course. Navigating the course just tells you a little bit about each of the sections over there and on the left-hand side. Netiquette, please remember that you're in an online class and everything you write can be misconstrued because people can't see your facial expressions, your body language. So, you know, not typing in all caps and things like that. So if you want to read through those netiquette rules, please make sure you adhere to those. And the very first assignment is this: introduce yourself to your classmates. If you see this symbol in any of your courses, that means that's a discussion board. And in every discussion board, you're required to post one original response, and then you're expected to reply to at least 2 other students. So if you click on any of these discussion board links, it will take you right to the discussion board. And you can see here that their instructions yourself, telling us a little bit about yourself. If you'd like to post a picture and an avatar that represents yourself, that would be great. I love seeing pictures of my online students, but don't feel like you have to. Your original response is worth 3 points, and you are graded for grammar and spelling and things like that. I know it's an accounting course and that really doesn't make sense, but it's also a business course, and you should be practicing responding in a proper business format, like you were responding to a client or your boss. You wouldn't want things going out in email that weren't properly reviewed. So part of that is part of the 3 points, and then you get 1 point each for your responses to 2 other students. Also, with the discussion boards, you have to create a thread before you can see anybody else's responses. I know there are some students who like to tend to wait till the end of the week so that they can see what everybody else has posted first before they respond, but I kind of think that's a little bit of cheating. So you will not be able to see other students' posts until you've created your own thread. Also, most assignments are going to be due on Mondays. I used to have everything due on Sunday night, but if there were technical issues with Blackboard or Connect, there is nobody for you to call on Sundays. So I'm changing all my due dates, or most of the due dates, I should say, on for Mondays. So most of your discussion boards and your homework and your quizzes will be due on Mondays, but all of the specific due dates are within the course content area, and it's also on the syllabus. So that's the discussion boards. You won't have one every week, so just make sure you're looking in the assignments section of course content to see whether you have a discussion board or not. Then if you go into the course information section over here, you can see this is where your syllabus is posted. And so if you click here, this is a Word document, so you can open that up and view that. The suggested course syllabus is, course schedule, excuse me, is posted here. So take some time to get used to that. I mentioned that most of your assignments are due on Monday. However, your note sheets, there will be note sheets that you have to fill out with almost every chapter. They're due by Friday. And they're not graded for accuracy. They're more graded for completeness and effort. Your answers still have to be on point. You have to answer the question that was asked. I have had some students just put down some BS stuff thinking I wasn't reading them, that I actually do read the answers and grade them. But they're graded more for completeness and effort. And they're to give you a gauge that you have read the material and you are on the right track. And so after the due date on Friday, Saturday mornings, I'll post the answers for the note sheets so you can do a double check yourself, because again, when I'm grading them, I'm not grading them for accuracy. So make sure you go back and look at the answers once they're posted Saturday morning. Most everything else will be due on Mondays. This first week, everything will be due on Tuesday, because that first Monday is a holiday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so this first week, your discussion boards and your homework and all that stuff won't be due until Tuesday. And then also the week of spring break, we have an exam that week before spring break, and so that Monday would be spring break, so I can't have things due then. So that exam number 2 is actually due on Sunday that night. But everything else, your due dates, other than those 2 weeks, the first week and the week before spring break, everything else is due, you know, on that Monday except for your note sheets. But again, all the due dates are listed. If you scroll down, you'll see the grading policy, how everything's weighted. Late and makeup work, I basically do not accept any late work except for homework. I do accept that up to 5 days after the due date. So quizzes, note sheets, exams, none of those are accepted late. Extra credit's not accepted late either. And I don't do makeups, so make sure that you are turning things in. I do drop the lowest quiz grade, note sheet grade, homework grade. So if you missed 1 week because you were sick or whatever, just realize that I do drop one of the lowest grades. As long as you've done everything else, you should be okay. And then if you go to course content, that's where the crux of the information is for all of the courses. And all of the courses are set up very, very similar. So you'll have week 1, week 2, and then I've also included some general work paper templates here. So if you click on the weekly folder, that'll give you some more information. And you'll see here you've got a weekly reading and viewing materials. If you click on that folder, anytime you see a folder, if you click on it, it'll open up and it'll have more things inside of it. You'll see there's some interactive videos, and those will be in the Connect website. And so if you click on that, it'll take you directly to the Connect website once you've registered in Connect. And the PowerPoints that were provided by the textbook publisher are there in case you wanted to read through those. I've also got some handouts that I generally hand out in my face-to-face class, so you can click on those and open those up. Those will mostly be Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. I'm sorry, not PowerPoint, but PDF. And so you should be able to open those. If you don't have Microsoft Office, you can, get a free Microsoft Office 365 if you're a student. There are directions that you can find on the TCC website to download that, or you can open these up with Google Docs, and those are free. And then I've also posted for every chapter solutions to sample problems. There's a demonstration problem at the end of each chapter that you can work through, and it shows you the solution. But I've also posted some additional solutions to some of the problems in the back of the textbook. So if you opened this up, and I've posted these in all my courses, so no matter which course you're taking, if you open that up, sorry, my computer's slow today. It's not opening. There it goes. Wow, it's really slow. So if you open that, it'll be the answers to some of the problems in the back of the chapter. So there'll be quick studies, exercises, and problems. And some of the problems that are the solutions for the problems here will be very similar to the ones in Connect that you'll have for homework. So you may want to work through those as well, just as some extra practice. And then there's some YouTube videos. These are not mine most of the time. I found some very good videos for professors that have posted them out there, so I figured why recreate the wheel. And so you'll see here, preparing financial statements, preparing trial balances, accounting transactions, accounting equation, the basic stuff from the very first chapter. So all of that stuff is in your weekly reading and viewing materials. Also, once the due date for the note sheets have come, the note sheets are always due on Friday, so Saturday morning, if you go into this weekly reading and viewing materials folder, you'll find the answers to the note sheets. Okay, you can't see it right now because the due date hasn't passed, but once the due date has passed, I've got it automatically to pop up on Saturday mornings so that you can go and double check your work. Because again, I'm only grading those for completeness and effort. So that's under the weekly reading and viewing materials. And then you'll see another folder that says weekly assignments. Okay, so this is your assignments for week 1. Register and Connect, complete that note sheet again that's due Friday, complete the discussion board that's due Tuesday because Monday's a holiday, the homework that's due Tuesday because Monday's a holiday, and then your quizzes. Your quizzes should be completed as you go along. It will make it a lot easier, but I do accept them until right before the week before the exam. So I've given specific due dates here. So quizzes for chapters 1 through 3 aren't actually due until February 1st. With quizzes, you have 2 attempts. Once you click on the link to open the quiz, that will count as 1 attempt. You can't save it and go back in. Okay, so once you click on the quiz to do the quiz, you have to complete it, and that will count as 1 attempt. But you do have a second attempt to go in and do the quiz, and the higher of the 2 quiz grades will be the one that's posted in the grade book. Okay, homework, because we're doing it in Connect, you can check your work, and you can do the homework as many times as you want to up until the due date. Okay, the highest grade will be the one that gets posted. There are also some guided examples in Connect. It's a very powerful program. Discussion boards, again, I do not accept those late, so make sure you get not only your original post, but also your 2 responses to 2 other students done by the due date. And then there's an opportunity for extra credit. If you click on this folder, you'll see extra credit link that again goes to Connect. And so there's a possibility for 2 extra credit points for each one of these modules that you complete, and there's 1 module for almost every chapter. So we open up this weekly assignments folder. You'll see the written instructions on how to register for Connect. Now that Word document opens up. Gosh, my computer's really slow today. We'll come back to that. That's the Word document showing the solutions to the problems, extra problems for practice that I mentioned a few minutes ago. So here are the directions to register and Connect. Very easy. You can just read those and follow those. When you buy your textbook, if you bought it new from the bookstore, it should come all wrapped in cellophane. And for the Principles 1 and 2 classes, you'll have a cardboard card in there. You'll turn it over the back and it'll be a scratch off area, kind of like a lottery ticket. And it'll show, once you scratch it off, it'll show the code. For Small Business Accounting, I think the code is on the very back inside cover. So if you open up the textbook on the very back cover, I think the access code was there. When I've looked at some of my students in my face-to-face class, that's where it's been. Also, Connect offers a 2-week free courtesy trial the first couple weeks of the semester. So if you haven't bought your materials yet, or you bought them but you're waiting for them to ship to you, then you can go ahead and register in Connect and choose the free courtesy trial period. And then once you get your materials in, when that courtesy trial period expires, it'll prompt you to put in your access code. So don't think just because you haven't gotten your materials that you can't participate and turn in these first few items, especially this first one that's going to be due Friday, January 15th. You know, if you're cash strapped and you just can't order your stuff right now because you're waiting for your paycheck on Friday, don't miss that first assignment just because you haven't been able to buy your materials yet. Go on to the Connect website and register with that free trial period, okay? Because it includes an ebook. So you'll be able to click on the ebook and do everything just like you had the regular materials. And then again, this is the class introduction discussion board. So you're going to do your note sheet and you're going to turn that in by Fridays. And you're going to do your discussion board. That's typically due by Monday, but again, this first week it's due on Tuesday. Your homework is typically due by Monday, but again, this first week it's due by Tuesday because of the holiday. And then the quizzes are typically due the week before the exam. And you can see there are specific due dates are listed with every single one. I tried to highlight or bold those items. So if you clicked on any of these links to Connect, because the homework, the quiz, or some of the quizzes, I should say, are all done in Connect. So if you click on one of these, you can either follow these instructions or you can click on one of the links for the homework, and that should take you to Connect. You'll click Launch. When you're using Connect, you should not be using Internet Explorer. There have been issues in the past with Internet Explorer and Connect. And so make sure you're using Safari, Firefox, or what's the other one? Chrome. I couldn't remember it for a second. So once you click on one of those assignments, you see here that you need to register. It'll ask for an email address and a password. I highly recommend that you try to use something that you're going to remember so that you can do that there. Not yet registered, you click on this register button. Okay, my computer's really slow. Just, oh, it's because this section is closed. I haven't opened the section up yet because I don't have it opened up until January 8th. So once it's opened, you'll be able to click that register button. And then you'll see register with the access code that you've already purchased. You'll see an option to purchase the access code through the McGraw-Hill website. And if you do that, that gives you access to an ebook. So if you're not really concerned about having a physical textbook and you want to buy it directly through the McGraw-Hill website with the ebook access, I think it's a little bit cheaper buying it that way, but some people like the real textbook in their hands. So in order to do that, you're going to have to buy it from the bookstore. And then you'll also see the courtesy access. So once the class is opened up, you'll be able to see all those options. So if you already have your materials, you could just enter your access code. If you want to buy it, you'll have to enter credit card information, or you can click on the button for the courtesy trial period, okay? And when you're in Connect, when you've linked over from Blackboard, you'll always see this go back to Blackboard if you want to go back. And email me if you have any trouble with this whatsoever. I'll be more than happy to help. Or you can call that 1-800 technical support hotline for Connect, and they can help you walk through it as well. So every week is laid out almost exactly the same. There's typically a note sheet with every chapter. Not every single chapter. There's a couple that are missed, but almost every chapter. There should be a few discussion boards throughout the semester. Not every single week is going to have a discussion board, but there'll be a few. And then there will be homework every week, and most of the weeks there will be quizzes as well. And that's the same in all of my classes. So again, if you just click on the weekly folder, you'll see the weekly assignments, the weekly reading and viewing, where you'll find the PowerPoints and videos and all that stuff. And then you'll see the actual assignments that will be submitted for grading. And then the extra credit, again, that's a link to Blackboard, to Connect, where you can do your extra credit modules. And I had a student before who wasn't sure about extra credit and how to access it, so I put together a little video for that as well. I think that's pretty much all. Again, every single folder will be pretty much the same. You'll have these same items in almost every folder. Also, at the very bottom, you'll see questions about content. So if you have any questions about any of the material or accessing something or how to submit something, post a question there, and other students can respond to you. Okay, I really like it when other students help each other out. And then I will keep an eye on that discussion forum as well. And so if another student has responded to you, I look to make sure it was the right answer. So if you're another student and you see somebody post something there and you feel confident that you know what the answer is, please respond to them. Help each other out. And then I will be checking as well. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, always email me. Or again, like I said, you can come in during that lunch and learn session, or you can come in during my office hours. You can call me, but I'll only pick up the phone and I only respond to phone calls during times where I'm physically in the office. So only during office hours will I return phone calls. So if you look at the syllabus and you see that I'm not in the office, I'm not going to answer the phone, obviously, if I'm not in the office. And I don't check my messages and get back with you until I'm in the office again. So for instance, I'm not in the office at all on Thursdays and Fridays. So if you had a question on those days and you left a message, I'm not back in the office again until Monday. So you wouldn't get a return phone call until Monday. So again, the best way to reach me is either posting a question in that question about content area or emailing me. And I'm very quick to respond to emails, except for on the weekends. I don't always have access to internet on the weekends because we camp a lot. So sometimes I'm not near a Wi-Fi spot. But I will always respond to emails by Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Okay, I think that's it. I look forward to working with you guys throughout the semester. And oh, one more thing. I am going to post a separate video on how to submit those note sheets because, again, there's been some confusion in the past. People that haven't used Blackboard very often, they don't really understand how to submit assignments. So I will do a separate small video on how to submit a note sheet. So be looking for that, and I will post it in the first week's folder. And I'll post it within the weekly assignments right below the note sheet thing, okay? So be looking for a separate video here right below the note sheets if you're not quite sure how to submit those. I do not accept those via email, so if you send them to me via email, they're not going to get graded, so make sure you submit it the proper way. All right, I look forward to working with all you guys this semester, and I hope we have a successful semester, and I hope I get to meet some of you guys in person. Please post some pictures on your discussion board. It's really great when I get to see everybody. If you're not comfortable with posting a picture of yourself, maybe a picture of a pet or a picture of your favorite place, those would all be great. Have a good day.